When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high. Some days that feels so much easier said than done. Sometimes we can really feel ourselves actually moving through the world in a way that we're proud of, that exudes the love and radiance that we want to share with the world. And other days that feels a little harder. This last week, I had one of those weeks where a lot just weighed me down every day. I felt like, could things get worse? Oh, they could get worse. They could get harder. Oh my gosh. And I was drowning in it. I had to really reach out for help. And at one point, I curled into myself. I contracted my body physically just because it felt like too much. And in that moment, luckily, a bell rang off and said, remember, there is more than one part of you. And I said, what? More than one part of me? What do you mean more than one part of you? Matthew, remember, there are parts of you that actually see the hope and see you surviving through this moment. Don't forget that. Are you really sure? Yes, Matthew, absolutely. And I slowed down to have a conversation with myself, to actually look at myself and talk with the part of me that holds hope, the part of me that remembers that things are possible, the part of me that is generative, even in the midst of despair. And you have that part inside you too. All of us have multiple parts of ourselves. That's why sometimes when we're scared, it's hard to remember that things could be okay. So that part of us that gets scared when the lights turn off or when we're walking down a street, we might even know the neighborhood and know the houses and the people in them. But another part of our brain, which remembers those people, can't always be heard when the part of our brain that's in fear is really loud and spiraling. And so we can slow down to actually have a conversation and listen to those parts of ourselves. Because when you walk on with hope in your heart, that hope is that part of you that remembers that you are surviving, that you are making it even in the hard times. And when you remember that, you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. I'm Matthew Armstead, facilitating groups and justice-seeking people to integrate art and healing practices along with your strategies and ways of working to transform this world. Be well. Spend a little bit of time with that heart-centered, hopeful place with yourself today, even if it's a moment while you're brushing your teeth and you give yourself a smile. Ashe.